In the deep, mossy woods of Montana, long before Pickle Rick screamed, "I turned myself into a pickle, Morty!" to avoid family therapy, there was another man, dodging society's group hug, Ted Kaczynski. Except, instead of turning himself into a pickle, he turned himself into a manifesto-writing recluse with a PhD and a typewriter, yelling at technology like Rick yelling at a bunch of rats in a sewer. Imagine Pickle Rick, but instead of outsmarting a gang of rats, he's booby-trapping mailboxes and scribbling a manifesto like it's rage-filled Reddit thread from the 70s. If Pickle Rick was the chaotic genius of the animated absurdity, Ted was the grim, dark DLC. Oh, this is so internety. DLC nobody asked for. Same brain power, way less swifty. Now, that's quite a Pickle Rick. Hello and welcome to Red Thread. I don't know why I'm doing the intro.
I love it.
I had no idea.
So glad.
That's the first time I read it out with many, many glaring errors. Nonetheless, I have to say, Jackson, this is my finest work. I wrote that one, obviously. That's why I wrote it out.
That was all you.
It was all me. Man. That was sick.
I just wanted to make you say a bunch of Pickle Rick references over and over again to make you regret your decision of coming onto this show. You think you can become a host of Red Thread? Not without the ordeal of Pickle Ricks, my friend.
Oh, really? Okay, is that part of the hazing process, is it?
Yeah,
just a bunch of Epstein and Pickle Rick references. Jesus
We're 15
Christ.
episodes in now to your, your employment on the show, let's call it. Now was the appropriate time to haze you, appropriately so.
Oh, and the initiation has only begun now.
Yeah, there's going to be way more Pickle Ricks. It's about how kind of dependent humanity is on the systems that it has designed, to the point where there is no reversal. There is no way out of the system.
Yeah.
It has become a beast that cannot be tamed necessarily by humanity. Yeah. I don't know what, are you trying to scare me about wheat now? I'm already in a vulnerable stage of my life right now.
Do you want to be red-pilled about wheat?
No.
Do you want to be red-pilled?
Don't take sourdough away from Kira.
Sourdough obsession at the moment. No, you just want to live in your little fantasy world. No, you just bake your bread, Kira. Go back to being
Thank
asleep.
you.
Sheeple, both of you are sheeple.
All right, we should stop. We're getting way into the weeds about the manifesto. We'll save that for next week.
Weeds. Okay. All right. Well, part 3, wheat chat. Separating the chaff, the pod.
He was moved to Evergreen Park Central Junior High School and skipped 6th grade due to his high IQ score of 167.
Jesus. What do you get into Mensa for? 150?
Yeah, Kira?
Kira, our local Mensa resident.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your IQ?
As the person
200?
with the highest IQ here, Kira. Yeah. Well,
Wait,
you
did have a high IQ, didn't you?
You had triple digits, whereas me and Jordan and I, there we go, immediately fucking it up.
Just scraping the high doubles. Yeah, boys, almost at average.
We're getting there. IQs grow over time, right? I've still got a chance.
Yeah. Wait, was that the case? You did the IQ test, didn't you, Kira?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a completely different person. Disregard.
I'm scared to.
All right. Now, just guess what your IQ is. What do you think it is?
Well, I've taken an IQ test before. I don't know how accurate they ever are. But
online or an actual one?
And it was like an online one.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll listen to this bullshit thing that was obviously trying to get you to buy penis.
It came up with 254. No, I can't remember what it was.
And only a genius would buy this gamer chair. And you are a genius, aren't you, sir?
There was also another situation. I think it was a group of girls who would guard. You might remember this, Kira. A group of girls who would guard the library and pretend to be vampires.
I was thinking of that.
You were thinking of that as well?
Kira, come on. You were part of that group. Sure.
Yeah, you were one of the vampire girls.
Absolutely not.
One of the bloodsuckers.
Wait, were they in your guys' year?
No, I think they were older.
They were older. Okay. Did you interact with them at all, Kira?
No.
Not at all.
Kind of like
you were scared of them.
I was, because I came into our high school later than you, Jackson, a few years. So I was very intimidated
by everyone, not just the vampires.
Everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god.
But no, they were scary. I wouldn't go to the library because anytime we'd go near them, you'd hear like hissing from behind the bushes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So they were hunting children.
Well, yeah, I don't know if there was any actual abductions or anything, but there was certainly some intimidation at the library. So nothing academic at school was a problem for Ted, and he went on to also skip 11th grade. So we skipped 2 grades. He graduated high school at the young age of 15. Looking back at Ted in high school, former peers have mused on Ted and how he was more seen by everyone as an incredibly intelligent, walking brain, more so than a person. Which I get. I'm assuming they meant that as a compliment, but Jesus Christ, that's mean.
Is it?
I think so. Being referred to not as a person, but a walking brain. It's a bit dehumanizing, is it not?
A little bit, but it's also like what makes you a human is the brain. He's kind of just discarded the rest of it.
Is that what makes you a human?
Is it?
I don't think so.
What, the thumbs?
Brains.
Do you reckon the thumbs make us human?
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Our nut sacks.
And what?
Our nut sacks.
Holy fuck. Damn, this is getting dumber.
We are actually going back in IQ now. No, so but
man.
like dogs have brains.
Yeah, but they don't have human brains, do they?
Okay, so what makes a human is a human brain.
Yeah, man. Come on, it's like way more impressive than a dog's brain. It just is.
No, the ability for us to create society is what makes us human, I think. And part of creating society
so we're back to the thumbs.
Being a person. No, not thumbs. We could create society without thumbs. There's an argument to be made that we never would have reached this point if we didn't have thumbs, I'm sure. But, like, it's more so...
I'm actually changing my vote to the thumbs now that I think about it. Like, man, you can be a giant squid or a whale. I remember hearing that there's possibly that sperm whales might potentially have more complicated language than we do, but that's all well and good. You've got annoying little flippers, and that's
you don't have
like
thumbs,
you can't
therefore...
even scratch yourself when you have to go to the bottom of the ocean and drag your stomach along the sand instead of just like doing a little chimp scratch on the stomach. I'm doing it right now. That's satisfying.
Okay, argument. What if you get your thumbs cut off?
Yeah, then you're no longer a person and you should be thrown in a zoo. And the chimp should be let out and put on in hilarious clothes with backwards hats and be taught at your school.
Yeah, put them in business suits. They can join the suit club.
I mean, you wouldn't have anything against it, would you?
Hell no. I mean, what's the difference?
It's like you can't escape the acid trip that was this period.
Yeah.
It's just there, and it's going through everything. So even these extremely, really down the line agencies, like the height of seriousness is the CIA, they're still doing wacky things like this.
And wait, so sideburns is what led you to believe that?
Oh, okay, all right, fine. Look, now I'm starting to realize that what I thought was like extremely stupid, and I'm feeling very defensive about it.
I mean, yes, the CIA did wacky shit.
Don't you think that wearing sideburns is wacky, and you would never expect someone like John Howard to have sideburns? Huh?
Kira's face palming in the back. I think the audience can see her, but she's actually just face palming. Like, what did I sign up for?
I've got nothing here. All right, fine.
She's like, I wrote this beautiful script and they're talking about fucking sideburns because of the CIA. I want to go back to making sourdough.
Look, I'm sorry. I think there's something to it. I swear to God, the sideburn connection.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
Yeah, sure.
society's crazy. I remember I was once trying to read one of Stephen Hawking's less accessible books. I can't even remember what it was called. And I just picked up the page. Like, I opened the book at some point in the bookstore and laughed because I didn't understand like 40% of the words on the page.
It may as well
like,
be a
I'd never
different
seen them.
language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue. But yeah.
And then you threw the book on the ground in frustration.
Yes.
Things I don't understand frustrate me.
Yeah, the book scared me.
You ran out of the bookstore
It was up there
crying.
with like reading Goosebumps, you know? It really was.
A member of the dissertation committee, Maxwell Reed, said, quote, I would guess that maybe 10 or 12 men in the country understood or appreciated it. End quote.
Jesus.
There we go again.
Yeah.
Ted dunking on us all, making us feel stupid.
We've literally facts and logic.
Here he kept to himself. He was called Teddy the Hermit by neighbors around him. Classic dunce behavior, by the way. Calling the hyper-intelligent Einstein-level character Teddy the Hermit, just to dehumanize him in any way.
I really like it. Teddy the Hermit.
There goes that 180 IQ having stupid idiot.
Yeah, more
make ourselves
like
feel
he's
better
a
about
bar
ourselves.
fly or something. You know how you always
Yeah.
give something like a guy that comes to the bar constantly, like some nickname like the Admiral or something. Sounds like he's that.
Well, that's cooler. The Admiral.
Oh,
Isn't anyone called
you know,
Luke
in
the
a
Admiral?
very sarcastic tone. No one who spends their life in a bar and their nickname is the General. No one thinks that guy's a king.
I'd
you know?
salute.
I'd
With no car. I'd stand at attention. I don't get sarcasm. or
Wow,
humor.
that many beers, eh? He is a general.
Again, I do come from Lowe's background. If they, yes, exactly. If they get to any level of technological innovation where they kind of step into the realm of sentience, we are fucked. There's no way we can wrestle a silverback gorilla back
Yeah, I
into
don't know. Even
the
if they get to
Stone
like the
Age.
Napoleonic era, I don't like our chances even there.
we don't have that dog in us, I'm afraid. That's not a fight we'll win. That is Planet of the Apes is a far scarier manifesto.
Yeah, I mean, look, it does, for whatever reason, even though it's like such a dumb storyline, genuinely you do think, oh my God, but what if that did happen?
It's just the stupid person's manifesto, really. Like, it's what we're scared of when everyone intelligent probably is more scared of.
Actual things.
Yeah, Ted's manifesto. Like, oh my God, did you see the newest episode of Star Wars? What if?
Yeah,
One
look,
day.
he never really delved into your point, did he?
What point?
I'm sure he did at some point. Just your thing of, look, at what point are you going to revert us back to being a great ape? What point do you stop?
Well, and also, what does that look like? And what period of time are you aiming for? Are we able to use hose, for example? Not hose in the derogative sense for women or anything like that. I meant like gardening hose. Are we able to use gardening hose, for example? Or do we
So
have to make
good.
them from the ground up? Or does that count as
Jackson with
technology
his
in of
pimp
itself?
vernacular. That's so good. It's right. It's just Pimp Jackson. If that was what he was on this podcast, that would be his first concern. What about the hose?
Am I still allowed to have hose?
It is funny that your immediate go-to is just a gardening hoe.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. It's just I was thinking of corn and wheat and stuff and how you would prepare that, which is what you would need to do.
I told you, dude. You're cucked by corn. This was
Yeah,
the
I
whole
really
beginning of this. You are a wheat simp. It's
I'm
fine.
not-
So am I. Oh, no,
I'm
actually,
really
now that I
not.
think about
Kira
it,
is.
Kira is the biggest fucking wheat simp out of all of us.
Yeah, Kira.
Her
Defend
simping's
your
Oh my
position.
pathetic.
God.
Defend your position, Kira.
You're a wheat simp.
Jackson, so are you. You love a steak sandwich.
Yeah, but the steak is
Bread?
the key point there, actually.
No.
No, yeah,
no.
The bread does. The
You
bread
like
does.
a good
Makes all the
bread.
difference. Yeah, if it's on tip top, it's just not going to be as good.
No, I do have it on tip top. We have
Oh
it
my
on.
God, really?
What bread? Yeah.
Fuck, such a Lowe's boy. Jesus.
What bread is
You
it?
even have the loaves of bread.
No, okay.
I was going to say it's also led to a lot of insane people, though. So
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look, this is only an answer, something that God could answer, but it would be nice to know if it was a net benefit or not. But
if God was real, wubba lubba dub dub, Rick and Morty reference. Hell yeah. We brought it back.
He's come back with it. Fuck.
Pickle Rick.
Oh, I wasn't
That's all I
expecting
know.
a Pickle Rick right
I
there.
haven't seen it in forever. I haven't seen Rick and Morty in forever.
Is there a new series out or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, me
haven't-
neither.
Remember, like Justin Roiland, the creator, like got accused of something and then disappeared, and then they replaced him and stuff. And I don't know what happened. Pickle Rick might have been the last episode I saw, honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I might be on the same boat, but go on. So how the fuck did Pickle Rick become such a gigantic cultural phenomenon? That
Well, that is Szechuan sauce. I remember that.
Szechuan sauce was
And
also
Wubba
a
Lubba
massive
Dub
cultural phenomenon.
Dub. And show me what you got.
Nah, nowhere near the Pickle Rick. That was just a titan of our time.
Well, I think
Sort
it's
of-
just because it's fun to say even outside of the show. I love saying Pickle Rick. Fun.
Oh my god, I had the most annoying ringtone the other day. I was like, I do not want to be friends with this person.
What?
I heard this on a bus or something. Just, I'm Pickle Rick! I'm Pickle Rick! Like, oh.
Society
Could you
was a
imagine having a
mistake.
conversation with that person? Yeah.
Ted was right. We need to go back.
We need to. We have to. It's too far.
It's so good. Ultimately, these experiences of social isolationism, repeated writings of inner turmoil and rage, as well as an already existing willingness to commit crimes, were all leading Ted Kaczynski in only one direction. Oh, thank you for the echo there. Why'd you say that at the same time?
I don't know. It's just because of the band One Direction. That was it.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, he's much like technology only goes in one direction, so too does Ted Kaczynski.
That's music. Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
so
Teddy.
too does the band One Direction.
One Direction. God, don't be so guys.
Investigators weren't able to gather any leading evidence and came to the conclusion that it was, at the time, a singular event. Hit me with bombing too, Jordan. Don't hit me
Almost
with
a
the
year.
bombing.
What? Sorry? What?
I said don't hit me with a bombing, but hit me with talking about it.
Oh, man. Jackson, if I could, you'd be the first.
Yay.
And I wish to learn this man's techniques. And then you live in fear for the rest of your life,
Well, he
mate.
kind of sucks at it, to be honest, most of it.
Yeah, no, he does actually. Yeah, I'll find it from someone else. Someone else will probably be better at it. Look, I'll look up Al Qaeda or something.
Don't do that. Not in this
just
country.
Googling that. Al Qaeda bombing techniques.
The FBI launched a more intense investigation, delegating more manpower to hunting down the university and airplane bomber, or now called the Unabomber.
Yeah, I had no idea why the Unabomber was called the Unabomber until I read this script. I have no idea why I didn't look that up. But yeah, apparently Unabomber, for those that don't know, stands for University and Airplane Bomber. So UNA. Maybe everyone already knew that. Did you know that, Jordan?
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
I was
I'm an
aware.
idiot.
I didn't know that.
I didn't think to
Makes
look it up.
perfect sense. Like
I've only ever seen pictures of Ted Kaczynski looking very disheveled and like homeless almost. So I thought that he might have had like a unibrow, and that's why they called him the Unabomber. That was my genuine
Dude, that's so
theory.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Holy shit.
That's not even a joke. I thought it just meant like
Unibrowed bomber. Oh, man. Yeah, because it's kind of just a bit like Bluebeard or, Peg Leg or something. It harks back to Pirates of Yore. It's not bad. It's just, again, Jackson has quite a 5-year-old mindset in certain ways. He loves Lego, dinosaurs. It's quite innocent. It's very naive and sweet. I like it.
Oh,
It's very nice. It's very endearing that he's just like, is it because he has a unibrow?
I'm glad my mental deficiencies bring you joy.
It does. It makes me happy.
Take us away from Bombing 5, Jordan.
For the first time yet, Ted planted a bomb outside of Illinois, this time at the University of Utah. This attack wouldn't succeed at all. Oh, what a surprise. As university...
It is kind of funny to just keep laughing at him failing at this until he actually starts succeeding, and then it's like, oh no. Oh no.
It's so many attempts. I swear to God. All right,
Well, it's also been
out.
How many years now? It's been like 3 years, right? Hero?
Yeah, exactly.
3
Yeah, so
years
this
is
is
a long time.
81.
3 years.
He sent his first in 78.
Yeah. Okay.
University-
That's a lot of time to, refine your craft.
I know. I honestly feel like, give me 3 goes, I would have done it for sure. And give me, not even the internet.
No, I don't know.
Just
about
give me
that.
the general concept of a bomb. I'll figure it out.
I could make it out of Lego, but I don't know about actually including explosives.
What? Okay, so you're saying that you could make something that looks like a bomb out of Lego. Is that what you're saying?
In 3 goes. Yeah.
In 3 goes.
Yeah, you try. It's hard. Let's have a Lego building competition between you and I.
Why? Just so you can feel good about yourself.
I don't think I'd be very good about it. I only build off the plan, off the documents. I'm not a free builder.
Oh, really? You're not?
Yeah. When I have ever done Lego, yeah. I've never done it like just clicking pieces together to make something.
It was found in a computer lab by a graduate student named John Howser, who was actually a captain in the Air Force. He was severely injured, losing sight in one of his eyes, losing multiple fingers, and an artery in his arm was... yuck, I just really don't want to read that sentence. An artery in his arm was severed already.
He lost multiple fingers. Why is that one worse?
The artery in the arm?
Yeah.
Just sounds really important.
Fingers,
the fingers, I guess they're important as well. Everything's
he lost sight
important
in
with the human body.
one of his eyes. He's 50% blind.
Yeah, but that's
also
just
bad.
my entire life, so I don't have any sympathy for him there. The
Are you
fingers...
blind?
Huh?
Are you blind?
Yeah, I'm blind in one eye. Cat scratched at me when I was like 10
yeah,
months
that's
old.
right. You told me about that. You don't look blind in one eye.
Oh, sometimes I do. I can assure you that.
Well, do you have contacts or something?
No, it's just sometimes my eye decides to wander away and see what's happening elsewhere.
What the fuck? That sounds terrifying.
It is. It looks like I'm having like a vision of the future in one eye.
Oh my god, that's so cool actually.
It's really not. It's just...
Does it hurt? Do you have to
disturbing.
snap it back into place?
Putting it back into place hurts, I'll tell you that. It's just basic eye exercises. As long as you do them every day, it'll stay on track. But other than that, it gets bored.
What the fuck? You're an alien.
I'm an alien.
Terrifying.
Went out to the back into the parking lot where he moved the junk, as he thought it was, and touched it, and the device exploded. Hugh flew 10 feet, could be heard crying, "Oh my God, help me." That's incredible. There's so many moments in this podcast that is someone humorously getting smacked or shot or exploded midair. That seems to be a real recurring theme of this. Huh?
When has it happened before?
Remember Frogman jumping into the river and getting shot midair? I'll never forget that.
I didn't think Frogman would be making an entrance into this episode's lore, but yeah.
Yeah, and yet here he is. What is with this?
Yeah,
it's like quite cartoonish. I didn't realize that these things happen, that you can explode and then yell, "Help me!"
What do you think a bomb's going to do? Of course, that's the case.
Yeah, but like flying midair and yelling, "Oh my God."
Well, yeah, he sucks at making bombs. Of course, it's not going to kill him immediately.
This is incredible. You know what he should be? This man should be hired in Hollywood to make fake bombs. That's like he's like basically created an involuntary stunt man.
Well, I don't think he's going to be hired anymore, given he's now dead.
Yeah, I know. What a wasted talent, eh? It's exactly what you said. YouTuber and stunt coordinator extraordinaire.
There were different paths for Ted.
Yeah.
If only he believed.
And Gary replied, "Ted's crimes don't represent the values of the entire Kaczynski family. You're not responsible to carry the burden of your brother's actions."
Wow. You love motivational speakers, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Massively. They're my favorite people on earth.
Why?
They get me through my tough, awful life. Basically, though. That's pretty much actually the reason.
Did they get you through your actual own experience with bombings?
My own bombing experiences. Yes,
Yeah.
I was the 13th non-victim of Ted Kaczynski.
You have been bombed. Firebombs are still bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it technically counts, doesn't it? It really, like, again, it's just like, look, is a Molotov cocktail a bomb? That's what I'd like to know. Is it?
It's called firebomb. Yes.
No, all right. Yes, I suppose that is the, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Maybe not in like, it's a scale, but I think it still counts as a bomb. When you throw a Molotov cocktail, it also explodes, right? Because of the ignition between the fluid and the flame. Like that creates an explosion.
Yeah.
It's an explosion that spreads the flames around.
See, this is why Ted's got to be a dumbass. Like, if you really wanted to inflict damage, just chuck cocktails everywhere. It's so easy.
This just in, firebombing victim.
Yeah.
Describes how more people should firebomb.
Yeah, take my advice, dude. It works.
It terrified me.
Holy fuck. Yeah, honestly, that's incredible. I have some pointers for this dead man posthumously. Manic depressive. Now, that's something that I didn't think about before, but maybe.
Well, I think there was some claims that he was schizophrenic as well, but I don't know if that was actually proved or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how schizophrenia works.
I don't know how anything works. I don't know how bombs work. I don't know how mental illness works.
You barely seem to know how Lego works and whether you like it or not. There's a lot of holes in your story, I've got to say. Like, pretty much all that we've gathered is that, like, you know, Kira likes fucking sourdough bread and you like cats, and that's about it.
Hey, I also love cats.
And you want to encourage more people to firebomb. That's all
And
we've
more
learned.
firebombings, less manufacturing sophisticated bombs. Just go back to the basics, everyone. I mean, you want to talk about primitive technology. Fuck me, it doesn't get more primitive than that. That's my advice.
So,
and I'll see you next week. Thank you, guys.
After 6 years, Ted was ready to strike again with renewed focus and a strategic shift. On the 22nd of July, 1993, Ted mailed a bomb to the home of Charles Epstein. Why does this keep happening? Why does he keep showing up in every single... How? Even when it's not... Okay. Ted mailed a bomb to the home of Charles Epstein. No apparent relation, but there is an interesting conspiracy theory that Ted Kaczynski was Jeffrey Epstein's math teacher, though we couldn't find any evidence of this.
Zero evidence.
I think I literally just
very interesting. Huh?
I found it on r/conspiracy, like people talking about it and claiming that he was his math teacher.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got to be true.
Yep. That's enough evidence for me. It's incredible that Epstein keeps showing up even when I don't write an intro about it.
Yeah, you're not trying.
I know. It's crazy. I thought I was going to read the first page of this, turn to Linda and say, see, I told you so. But on an emotional level, it just sounded like my brother's voice. You know, it sounded like the way he argued, the way he talked, the way he expressed an idea, end quote. David went to see, what if it was David all along and he just framed poor Ted Kaczynski?
I mean, look, I don't even want to know what that guy's IQ would be if that's the case. That's very clever.
You thought Ted was smart.
Yeah, I know.
This guy went out of his way.
2.0.
This guy, David actually has a 280 IQ where he made shit bombs on purpose to make Ted look stupid.
Man, it's really taking sibling rivalry to another level. Hey? It's like, just like, maybe you should give it up. Yes, he got to play the Nintendo more as a kid. Yeah, it's so much far out. Everybody was just so much dumber back then, weren't they?
Well, this was
like bombers,
this was approaching
cops.
2000. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at the photos, that does make sense. The first one looks kind of 70s.
Yeah.
The second one, on the other hand, I do like the disguise. It does look like in that cowboy hat is a hidden camera. They're very good. Especially like that guy looks like a cartoon of a cowboy.
Yeah, he
fits
cool
the role
as fuck.
perfectly.
He looks cool as fuck. I wish I was that. I want to be that eventually.
Yeah, and then the other guy just looks like a pedo, don't you reckon?
Who, Ted Kaczynski?
As soon as someone has the deer hunter hat. No, not Ted Kaczynski. Ted
Kaczynski
looks like what
a pedo.
he is, which is a madman. He looks like a nut.
Yeah, he looks crazy and very unwashed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jackson summed it up well. But Cooper, very good question.
Great question. Tristan, do you think his brother was right to turn him in? Yeah,
Yes,
obviously.
I mean, what
No, I think you should have just sat around and waited.
appellation, but he's your brother.
Where's the honor?
Yeah, where's the honor?